Conversations with Sandy and Friends, a weekly talking segment with invited guests, best-selling authors, international speakers, coaches, and business leaders. A collective conversation aimed to empower, encourage, inspire all that listen. So welcome to our show, Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends.
Well, hello and welcome to Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy. I am Sandy Sanders. I'm your host and creator of the Coffee Conversation and Book Talks podcast. I am super excited to have you on with us on tonight. We are, yes, indeed, we are in season 6, you all. I am super excited. I'm happy. I am elated. And tonight is episode number 7. And we're super excited. We've had an amazing year kicking it off. And so, listen, we're going to keep it moving. I'm excited about my guest tonight. The phenomenal, she is no stranger to our platform. Matter of fact, she's one of our sponsors. And I am super excited to have Pastor, yes, CEO, yes, Allison G Daniels. Listen, guys, yes, indeed. Y'all know we've been anticipating her visit here with us on tonight. So listen, I am going to just invite you to share it out. Go ahead and tag at least 5 people and put them in the chat. Tell them, come on over. Miss Allison is in the room with Sandy on tonight, and she's got a plethora of things we're going to be talking about. She's got some new books coming out, and of course, you know, she's a publisher. So of course, we're going to talk about some of the books that she's helping other authors on. That's what it's all about. You all know that I tell you that we are a spot and a place where authors, anthology book projects, and most of all, I say that it is for you. Why do I say that? Because you just might be looking for a good book to read. So listen, stay tuned. We're going to hear from one of our sponsors. Yes, Dr. Jonathan Haynes, all the way out of Gulfport, Mississippi. And after we hear from our sponsor, we will get started with another episode of Coffee Conversation. All right? One moment.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Jonathan Haynes, and I'm so honored to be a sponsor for Book Talks with Sandy Sanders. I am offering my services to you. Yes, you heard that right. I am the Songbird of the South, Gospel Award-winning recording artist, 5-time international best-selling author, motivational speaker, educator, mental health coach, vocal coach, and I'm offering my service to you. Yes, you heard that right. You can reach me at phone number 228-313-9068 or reach me by email, sbirdproductions56@gmail.com. I'm looking forward to connecting with you, and let's continue to support Dr. Sandy Sanders with Book Talks with Sandy Sanders. God bless you all.
Absolutely. Yes. Dr. Jonathan Haynes. I love it. I love it. He just makes me smile every time. So again, welcome to Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy. We are an award-winning podcast powered by CTR Media Network. We are a weekly talking segment, yes, with invited guests such as tonight, best-selling authors, international speakers, coaches, and business leaders. We have a collective conversation that is aimed to empower you, encourage you, and inspire all that listen. So come on, as I said, share it out, and let's welcome to the table, yes, for 2025, the phenomenal, yes, Reverend Allison G Daniels, Pastor. Hello.
Hello. Listen, thank you so much for having me. I was sitting here trying to figure out, I'm on mute. I can't unlock the system, but I'm in. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And so as they say, we're gonna buckle up and have this conversation, but I'm super excited, glad to see you. You got a lot of things going on, and tonight you're gonna bring us in and let us know what's all happening with with your publishing company, what you're doing, what you've got, some new clients and new authors that are getting new projects out there. So that's what it's all about. So come on and say hi to us.
Hello, everyone. And listen, thank you so much for tuning in. And Dr. Sandy, thank you so much for having me. I count it an honor and a blessing. So today I'm just going to share with you some of the things that God has placed on my heart as we move forward, or as I move forward into 2025, as the CEO and founder of AGD Publishing and Coaching Services. There are a lot of upcoming anthologies that I am doing a call out to authors. And the one that you see here is the 6th edition of Empowered to Win. And so God has placed it on my heart to constantly, help others to write their story, share their story, and publish their story. So I am a mother, wife, grandmother. I call myself Glamour, CEO. I am a international best-selling author, visionary author, and now a children's author. So I am looking forward to the things that God has for me to do. I am also helping authors to write their book with my 30-day Write to Finish book writing program. So I'm super excited about this upcoming year and what's going on.
Yes, indeed, you do. And I'm super excited. I want to share my screen, you all. Those that are tuning in now, we're going to boost up these numbers. So I'm going to share my screen, and then we're going to get some sharing done and let the folks know that we're live on with you. Listen, guys, yes, she is a #1 international Amazon best-selling author who truly can tell you how to get to that spot. I believe that Reverend Allison, as the CEO of AGD Publishing and Coaching Services, you have the skill. That's what her and I have been knowing each other, I want to say since 2019. I think that's about around the time that we connected virtually, you all.
Yes.
And we have become prayer partners and just sisters. And I'm just so thankful for our connection and our love. As you can see, I just want to give you all a peep at what some of the book projects that she has published. Many of the authors that are visionary authors have came on our platform and shared their anthology projects. But you've got some amazing authors who have trusted your publishing company. You are a woman of integrity and all. Let's talk about how this relationship and how you have formed relationship with some incredible authors. You've had your footprint. I can definitely see your fingerprint on their work. And so come on and talk about that. Maybe someone in the audience, is looking for a publisher. And I want to start there. What do you do when you build that relationship with another author?
So one of the things that I do when I am introduced to the author is, first of all, I always bond that divine connection, that prayer, open up that prayer line so that, we are on one accord as we're getting ready to publish your book. I want to make sure that, it's in line with what God is calling you to do, that it's in line with what you feel comfortable about releasing. And so we help writers to start with the basics of writing. Start with your outline. Start with laying out your chapters. Start with giving your book a voice. And so the authors actually trust me to help them with bringing that together. And as a visionary author and publisher, that's one of the things that, I don't take lightly when I'm helping you to get your work out, is making sure that your voice is heard and that your voice matters, your story matters. And so it's just taking a lead and guiding the authors on how to write their book.
I think that's important. You're saying a lot of great things that I think we as individuals that are looking, to publish their book. And you're letting us know the importance of having that conversation. Finding out, because we can have a whole lot of stuff in our head, especially if you're if you're a creating person, or there's two types, Reverend Allison. So you see, everybody's seeing people do books, and they'll come back, oh, I want to write a book. I want to write a book. We both been there, and and I'll be first. Yes, that was me too. Early, I want to write a book. Don't pick more first. No, you listen, that's that country coming out, y'all. First what to do. And that was me with my first book. And I did. This was before COVID and all of that. And I had to reach out to someone that would hold my hand and show me how that process is. And you that is so important because and I've heard you say this before, is that their work may not be a work for you, but you are in a position where you can pass them along, and you have no problem with doing that. And that I think is incredible, and is a woman of integrity, because you serve the author first and then walk them through that process. Yes, I love it. Those of you that are tuning in, yes, we've got Pastor Reverend Allison G Daniels with us on tonight. Y'all know she's incredible and a phenomenal author. As she has said, now my information from Amazon, we need to update them, because they got 28 times international best-selling author, and you way past 28 now.
Yes. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Way past that number, and even past the books. Well, 46 books, and I'm working on the next 9 books to get ready to come out. So God has been good, and He's gifted my hands to write and to be able to help others to write their book. And even what people don't realize is that your book is your brand. So you want to be able to, when you're putting out books, that it does have substance to it. And you're just not putting out something just to say, I wrote a book. But your book is your brand. And so every time I put something out, it represents me. And so I tell the authors, when you put a book out, or when you're coming through my publishing company, it represents me and what I do and what I have been gifted to do.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that it's done decent and in order. And with the call to the upcoming anthologies, this year is the year for me to get it done. It's actually the year for you to get it done, because there are several anthologies that I'm calling for authors right now, and even for the magazine, for you to join in on the magazine. God has gifted my hands. There's so much for me to pour into others and to help them get it done. There's no reason why in 2025 you can't get your book done.
Yes, as I've seen here, she's been in this game for a long time, and we're just putting it down there. Yes, Allison G Daniels, she is the founder of AGD Publishing, established in August of 2019. But so many books, as you hear, she's about to hit 60 published works. So for that, I think that is incredible. Well, listen, we're going to hear from CTR Media Network, and after that, we're going to go ahead and let's talk about this author call, because the Win series that you do, this is edition number 6, I want to say, isn't it?
Yes.
Edition number 6. And that tells you how long, because I remember when edition 1 and 2, and I'm like, look how far. Oh my God, we're talking about, yes. So listen, stay tuned, you all. We are going to be hearing from CTR Media Network, and we'll be right back. Okay? All right.
What's something people don't know about CTR Media Network? It's where content truly meets impact. At CTR Media Network, we believe in the power of stories. Our platform is a dynamic blend of education and entertainment, crafted to inspire and empower creators like you. From insightful podcasts to transformative videos, we offer a diverse range of content that helps you learn, grow, and thrive. Our mission? Innovating media, one story at a time. Imagine a place where your voice can reach millions, where your stories can reshape perspectives. That's CTR, Create, Thrive, Redefine. Join a community of visionary creators and make your mark on the world. Because here at CTR Media Network, your content doesn't just entertain, it makes an impact. So, are you ready to create, thrive, and redefine? Dive in and discover a new world of possibilities, where content meets impact. CTR Media Network.
Yes, where content meets impact, and CTR Media Network. Listen, if you would like to be on the Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy podcast, just reach out to me. Go to CTR Media Network and go to Podcasters of Coffee Conversation, and you will be able to connect with me. Well, tonight we have Reverend Allison G Daniels, who is not just a publisher and an award-winning publisher, but she's also a visionary author. This is really her jam. She knows how to put out a book and bring about collaboration with individuals. Tonight is an author call. Listen, you're listening in, and she's going to give you the backdrop. We're going to talk about this book, Empowered to Win. And with Empowered to Win, as she said earlier, this is edition, she's about to release edition number 6. I want to let's talk about the previous edition. Well, number 5 is what I got in front of me. And you all listen, Empowered to Win, her 5th edition, Empowered to Win book series. I just want to read you a little bit of what it is, a 5-star rating. She has a 5-star rating of this book. The stories from women who have used their trials and tribulations to make a difference. Pastor Allison G Daniels and several other powerful women have shared their stories, their struggles, and how through faith they've pushed on to ultimately win. Yes. Along with their testimony, they have included advice and exercises that you can use to start or continue your journey of wholeness, so that you can feel empowered to win against all odds. This book stands on the foundation of 3 E's. I need you all to write it out, put it in the chat. It is empowered, embrace, and equipped to win. We're going to say that again. It is to be empowered, to embrace, and equipped to win. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and present to you the visionary author of Empowered to Win, upcoming 6th edition anthology. Yes, Allison G Daniels.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, so I am doing a call for authors for the Empowered to Win 6th edition. So I'm super excited about that because it shows growth in what I have been doing with bringing Empowered to Win to the forefront. And it features several different authors telling their story, writing their story, sharing their story of empowerment, embracing who they are, and knowing that they are equipped with everything that they need. And so Empowered to Win, the 6th edition, it's I'm looking forward to having authors. I have a few authors that have already emailed me. I have a few authors that have already said yes. And I thank you for your yes. And so right now, I'm just taking this opportunity to call out for authors. If you are ready, if you are empowered to win, you believe that you are empowered to win, then this book is for you. Why not write a chapter? If you don't have a whole book that you're ready to publish, why not write a chapter and become a part of this movement, Empowered to Win, to make a difference? The 3 E's, empowered, embrace, and equipped. You have everything that you need down on the inside. All you need to do now is write your story, write your truth, pin it to paper, and let's make a difference. Let's make an impact. So contact me, go to the website, www.agdpublishingservices.com, or just DM me and see what we have coming up, because there's so many other anthologies that I'm calling for. So I thank you. Yes. The Leadership Exchange.
Now is this is Leadership Exchange? You've got a couple going on here, right?
Yes, this is my first leadership book, so I'm excited.
Oh my goodness! So we've got this one, and I'm going to stop sharing that because I want to find the Empowered to Win. Or do they both have the same link? Do they have
They don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to look for that. I tell you what, go ahead and begin to put that in the private chat. I want to link that to you. And the Empowered to Win series, you all. Here's a couple. I want to just read a little bit of from a previous number 5. I love, and you all, you can assure that the authors, they come every year, every time a book come out. Listen, y'all know they have a seat already set, okay? So I love Evangelist Tamala Coleman, and I want to share my screen on her last, when you were in 5. And let me see how it goes. Listen, yes, indeed. I love sharing. These are testimonials. These are testimonials. So here is the author, and it is Evangelist Tamala Coleman. She is, yes, she's probably more than 7 times best-selling author. She gives Reverend Allison a yes every time. This is what I love about her. But one of the things that she wrote in chapter 1, she was part of the 5th edition, and she leads the readers, and she leads the book out with chapter 1. I am empowered through confidence. Oh my gosh, that right there. You could just sit in that. Just sit in that. You're empowered through what? Through confidence. And she uses the scripture, Hebrews 10:35 through 36. Let's talk about what how it is to have someone like Evangelist to bring about her story and talk about being empowered through confidence when you read her story.
So listen, there are so many stories in all of these books, but when I read hers, it was her chapter title that stood out to me. I am empowered through confidence in the Lord, to be able to share your personal story with the world and to be confident in knowing that is what God brought you through. And so as she was sharing her chapter, it allowed others to come into her space or to come into her world and to see what she had gone through and what God had blessed her through, to be able to share the things that she had gone through in her childhood. So I was elated to read her chapter.
Yes. Her chapter in this book. So that gives you an example, those in the audience, of what it is to be a part of a best-selling project. You're looking to be an author. You may be an author for the first time. Well, definitely, reach out to our guest on tonight and reach out to her and have that conversation of being in volume number 6, edition number 6 of those 3 E's. Let's unpack the 3 E's, if you will. Let's go ahead and unpack those 3 E's as we're reaching out to our audience. And those 3 E's are empowered, embrace, and equip to what?
Yes.
To win.
Yes. So the way that God gave it to me was, you are empowered to win. So embrace who you are, because you are equipped with everything that you need. And I think once we get the 3 E's, and we start really marinating on that we have everything that we need, whether it's to write your book, build your business, connect with other business partners, you can make a difference and an impact just by you being empowered to move to that next level, to make a difference. You can make a difference if you know that everything you need, you actually already have. You just have to believe in yourself enough to be able to launch out on faith, to take that leap and realize the best is yet to come for me. I just have to do what I believe that God has called me to do, and taking a leap to become a contributing author and Empowered to Win, the 6th edition, and to becoming a contributing author to the other anthologies that I have out. Now, I know some people are like, well, why did you put all of those anthologies out at the same time? Well, there's someone, each book relates to someone. So everyone may not want to be in Empowered to Win. someone is going through what I just went through was when grief hits deep. And so I had to put out the devotional, but now I'm putting out the anthology calling for authors when grief hits deep, because someone needs to write about it in order to heal, in order to get to that next level. The leadership exchange. I'm a leader. That's what I do, and so what better time than to start doing a leadership book, because I'm meeting a lot of leaders as God is journeying me on with meeting not just pastors, not just ministers, but co-authors, business partners. I'm meeting so many leaders that it's time for you to write your book. It's time for you to become a contributing author and show someone else the steps that you use to become a leader. How did you heal when you were broken as a leader? How did you make a difference as a leader? And then Men Empowered to Win. Never done a men's book before. Really never wanted to tackle it because it's a totally different arena for me. But it's out here. Men Empowered to Win, because men have a story that they want to tell too. They have a survivor story that they have gone through. They have purpose in life too. So Men Empowered to Win. Thank you to the 3-4 contributing authors that have reached out to me. I'm looking for more, but I'll take what God has given me because it's divinely orchestrated. And then it's the single mother's journey. I was once single, so I understand that journey. And God is blessing me with 2-3 other people on that. So I'm going to do everything that I believe God has called me to do in 2025. And I'm going to be unapologetically ready to do it. And move on.
Unapologetic about it, because apparently you are, and listen, I just kicked myself totally out of the screen, and I'm like, what happened? No, tell me what happened. But it happens sometimes. Reverend Allison, it says much is given, much is required. And there is a stretching that I'm hearing, that it's like you pregnant with spiritually with all of this in you, and this is your year to give birth to some stuff. Yes. And so as we unpack, hello, and listen, Coach Ladrine, we are on your subject. She's talking about her new book, Individuals That Have to Talk About Grief. And I know that's your area of expertise as well. I need to bring you two on, because some people, y'all are definitely do some healing in your conversation about dealing with grief. Coach Ladrine was on the show Tuesday, and I've interviewed her before, and I actually came across our interview. Powerful, both of y'all. And so, yes, so as you're unpacking these projects, we have the project that's behind you, Empowered to Win. But also, as you mentioned, is that there are individuals that are single mothers. You're able to navigate someone that is a single mother. They may have become single because they never got married, or got married and then became a divorced individual, and have children. It's all different ways how women that you'll be able to help them navigate their story. That's what it's about. It's navigating the story. Those of you that are tuning in tonight, yes, we are with the phenomenal Reverend Pastor Allison G Daniels, but she's also, you all, a businesswoman, and she's business in the marketplace. Very well known publisher in this literary circle that I'm in, and have helped a lot of women be visionary authors and become visionary authors. That's been one of their dreams. They've been authors in everybody else's book, and I say that with respect. But you've helped new up and coming visionary authors. Talk to us about that.
So, so far to date, God has blessed me where I have been able to help 4 visionary authors to get their book out. and it started from project management. So I managed it from the time the visionary author said yes until the book became international bestsellers. And so what happens is I take the lead on that and lead the authors, lead the visionary authors, and we go step by step in getting your book out, getting your chapter together, bringing a vision of the cover together, and just making the book ready for print or ready to be purchased. But it takes the coaching of my 30-day Write to Finish book writing program, where I have the authors go through and learn how to write their chapter, learn how to write the outline, learn how to bring their story to light, one chapter at a time. And so far, the authors, the two of the authors are now doing their own visionary author books. Wow. And honestly, like I shared with them, my goal is to help you get your first visionary author book out. And then after that, you should be able to do this on your own. Now, yes, I want you to come back and I want to be able to publish it. But my goal is to gift you with the gifts that God has given me, meaning to help you get the vision out and to help you to continue on with the vision God gave you. And if I can do that, I've made a difference in all that God has called me to do.
Yes, yes. Talk with us about the children's book. We're going to, move on into that. I will be getting up the link for author call. As we mentioned at the top of the show, is that Reverend Ann Daniels is also doing an author call for the 6th edition of Empowered to Win. And so we're going to put that link up. But not only that, she's got a children's book that you're helping or you're part of. Come on and talk about that.
Well, let me just say, God is intentional about what he's doing in my life. And when my mom transitioned, I made a promise to her that I would put out my children's book. So I put out my first children's book, or I would say my second children's book, but I didn't really know what I was doing on the first one. So when I put this one out, it took off. And so God blessed me to meet up with Dr. Iris, and I already knew Evangelist Tamala. And we all got together and I started giving them things that we all could do to pull this together. And so Dr. Iris is awesome, because even though I laid out the foundation, it's almost as if she took the foundation and ran with it and made a difference. Because if you see the marketing and if you see everything that's going on, it's nothing but a divine connection, divine setup.
I do believe it.
Because the children's book is getting ready to come out, and it's called Being Me Is Enough. And it's about the three of us. It's this heartwarming story that follows our journey. Eloise, Clarissa, and Lily, 3 incredible young characters who learn to embrace their unique qualities and celebrate the beauty of diversity. And one of the things I wanted to do in this book is honor my grandmother. So Eloise is actually my grandmother's name. So I'm going to make sure that I honor the women in my family that have made an impact on my life. And so I'm super excited about this book coming out, which actually we're working on 5 more series. So God is intentional. Being Me Is Enough. And we have 5 more getting ready to come out. So God's just going to do what he's going to do in 2025. And I'm just going to walk into his divine alignment.
Absolutely. Coach Ladrine, thank you so much for stopping through. I know you're busy, but I just appreciate you. We appreciate you coming through. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And we've got Brenda, who I call our ambassador. Brenda, Brenda, we back in the groove, girl. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So thank you always for always showing up. She's out of South Carolina. Allison. Yes, and we're all, yeah. I look in the audience. She always is there. This is the graphic, you all, the promotion. So listen, put that on. The promotion is already out on the children's book. Are you guys on? You're on tour. Listen, I want to bring you guys and y'all talk about the book.
That would be so awesome. That would be so awesome. I will connect with the young ladies and get us some dates, but that would really be awesome. We're looking forward to it coming out on March the 25th. So there's some things before that and some things after that, but we're glad to be in the number of what God is doing.
And March will be perfect. It's Women's History Month. I've got some things planned for the podcast. And so this is awesome. As she mentioned is that, yes, it's been less than 24 hours. They're getting it out. Let's celebrate. Let's follow this. Those that are listening and tuning in, let's look out for this book. Absolutely. And these three phenomenal women, indeed. So as we are talking with Reverend Allison, as we mentioned, this is a author call along with some other book projects. I'm trying to pull up your website, and it's just me and my link. I want the link so individuals will be able to click on for the author call. That's what I'm looking for. And so while we're doing that, while we're looking for that link to drop it in, I am going to just share, you all, as you all know, is that I've added a new clip on, well, Reverend Allison, I'm going to bring you off just for a second, and we're going to talk about something here that is dear to my heart, coffee. And y'all, listen, I have a new, so y'all know I enjoy coffee, right? And what can I say? But coffee, that's how Coffee Conversation came about, is my love for coffee. And I've come to just want to share a segment in our broadcast called What's in Your Cup? And what's in your cup? Okay, you see, I've got the cup of coffee, and what's in your cup? And I want to just share one of the things that we're in such a busy world, and we can't pour from an empty cup. And we must be refilled. And how are we refilled? We're refilled by reading God's word, by praying, by continuing to seek his guidance and his leadership, so that we can have a cup that we can pour into others. But we want to pour from the saucer, I understand. And I want to do a study on that, because maybe Reverend Allison when I come back. But this is our segment called, yes, What's in Your Cup? And here's a quote that I have. A cup of coffee shared with a friend is happiness tasted and time well spent. And that is from an unknown quote there. But a cup of coffee shared with a friend is happiness tasted and time well spent. There is also a scripture that I want to share with you, and I'll be putting this in the chat. Let your conversation be always filled with grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. That is from Colossians 4:6. I don't think that's the King James Version, but let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. And yes, that's it for our segment of What's in Your Cup. Now, as we get back to our conversation with my tonight's guest, the phenomenal, Reverend Allison G Daniels, who has, she's got a smorgasbord of books coming out this year. So y'all get ready. And I say that with excitement. Oh my goodness. She is this powerful, powerful woman who has the gift of helping others bring their story to life and bring their story on paper and publishing the books and the story. And so tonight we are talking about Empowered to Win, the 6th edition. There is an author call. And so, Reverend Allison, what are some of the things when we talk about being empowered, and you've got the 3 E's that we talked about it there. Talk about it again. Our 3 E's is
empowered, embrace, and equipped.
Yeah.
You have everything you need.
You have everything. Wow. And so an author, potential author, is it someone that has written a book before? What kind of authors are you looking for? You're looking for someone that's wanting to be a first-time author.
Well, actually, I'm looking for both first-time authors and seasoned authors, or authors that are seasoned and then they decided I don't want to write again, but now they want to begin again. So I'm just looking for authors that are ready to share their story, or writers that are ready to share their story to make a difference and to make an impact. And then listen, between God and myself, we'll both make a difference in how it all comes together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I just, you are so amazing. You give us a sermon, a word of encouragement every day with your verse of the day. How did that come about? And I know I kind of jumped into another area, but writing is in you.
Yes.
There's messages in you. So where did that come from?
I want to say 2016, 2017, I started putting out verses, and early part of August of 2017, God had me do the wake up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning to do the Facebook Live at 5. So if people go back to my YouTube channel, you'll see from 2017 on up, I've been out here. I've been out here trusting God. I
love it.
But I've been out here doing what I believe God has called me to do for several years. And so when I started putting out the scriptures, it was nothing new. I was always walking in that. When I started doing the sermons and putting sermons out on Facebook Live, it was nothing new. It was just that God had said, now is the time. Yeah. And so I know God is intentional about me, and I'm intentional about doing what He's has divinely aligned for me to do. And so me doing the scriptures, me adding prayer to it, because I didn't have prayer to it. Now it's a scripture and a prayer, and it has an order to it. So if you ever go to my Facebook page, I try not to never have anything in between the verse and the prayer, because God gave it to me specifically this way. I'm covering my face. God gave it specifically to me this way, the Bible verse, and then He gave me the prayer. So there's an order that has to take place that God has strategically given to me. And so I try to follow that. Even if I know I have some other engagements going on, there's an order that He has given me that I have to be obedient to follow. So that's how it came up. He trusted me.
So like you said, it's like you've been in the background. You've been in what we call the trenches. You've been doing this for a long time, even before 2019.
Yes.
Just as God preparing us to do His work, to do the work of the kingdom. And your work is definitely, your name precedes you. Definitely. And before you even hit the room, do you need a publisher? Listen, I got somebody for you. Okay. Are you looking to write a book? I'll point you in the right direction for sure. And yes, I do have those calls. I do have people there. Again, they think I'm the expert, but I can hold the conversation. But the expert, I'm going to point you to AGD Publishing Company for sure. For sure, I will point you in that direction. We are on tonight with Allison G Daniels, who is the CEO. And yes, she is the CEO and founder of AGD. As you can see it across the bottom, agdpublishingservices.com. And services meaning is that you're offering, or you do offer, more than just publishing. Let's talk about that. Before we do that, I do want to, let's see what we got here. We've got, let's go ahead and hear from one of our other sponsors. And when we come back, we'll talk about the services that you provide. Okay?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Earl Morrison, founder and CEO of Leading to Learning with Character. We invite you to join us this fall as we embark on a year-long journey to transformation. Each month, we'll delve into essential leadership topics to improve your individual leadership development and organizational growth. If you want to join us, contact us at earl@earlmorrison.com. You can call or text at 512-269-1346.
Earl Morrison, yes, click on to that. He's got an amazing year-long leadership program that he is doing. And so his information, we'll get that over in the chat as well. And as I mentioned to you, we have the phenomenal, yes, Allison G Daniels. She is pastor. She's a reverend. She's a pastor. The Lord has given her elevation. And so we honor that position in the kingdom, that Pastor Daniels, but she's a businesswoman, okay? And so in that lane, and she walks them separately, but everything that she does points back to the Lord. We have a surprise visitor, and she is a mutual friend. Hi, okay, y'all see us. You see how happy we are? You can imagine how we would be in person.
Yes.
How you doing, girl?
Hi.
Hi. I'm gonna turn around for a second. Let me see if I can find it. Can I find it? Yeah. Okay, Allison, say hey to Sheila while I do this.
Hey, Sheila, how are you? Thank you so much for coming on. Wow, what a blessing. Listen, what a treat.
Yes, indeed. So, Sheila, look. So, Reverend Allison, let me tell you, Sheila and I, it was as if, and Sheila, I miss you so much. Because up here in North Carolina now. So Sheila gave this to me as a gift. And I have it, Sheila. If I didn't pack nothing else from Mississippi in my bag, I brought this with me, girl. Yes, I did.
Wow.
She says, Pastor, and yeah, she says, hey, girl. She said, I'm so glad. Love you, ladies. Oh, yes, indeed. She says, I'm so good. Awesome. We love you. We love you. And I know you two are dear friends as well.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Is our friendship, our God connection. And I'm telling you, it's just, you can't put words on it, can you?
No, you can't. And it's divinely orchestrated.
Yeah.
It's across the globe. So however God connects it, we just have to receive it, embrace it, and then bring each other together to make a difference and an impact. And that's what we've been doing for the past 5-6 years. Yeah. With anthologies, books, magazines, podcasts, we've just been making a difference.
And we're just pointing it all back to the Lord. Yes. And that's what's so amazing. As we were about to talk about the services that you provide, and you mentioned the magazine. We're going to talk about the services, and then lastly, the magazine. And so while I'm pulling that up, what are some of the services, yes, that you do? Matter of fact, I do have I have a clip I want to show. I'll have to pull myself off, but I want to show the clip to you. This is this is one of just the many services. So let's talk about that.
Yes. So I offer a few services. So the visionary author services is one. And then there are authors that or writers that don't have a book ready, but they have a chapter. So what you just saw was, are you ready to write a chapter? Let me show you how. So I show you how to write a chapter that's fitting for the anthology that you would like to be in. How do I do that? You would have to let me know the name of the anthology and what is it that the visionary author said that he or she was looking for. From that aspect, we'll be able to write a chapter that's fitting for that anthology. And then there's another service that I've been doing since 2018, which people are probably just getting a wind of it. But I've been offering the 30-day Right to Finish book writing program since 2018. And that is designed to help you write your book and get your book published. So some of the things that we actually cover during that program, and you meet every Monday for 4 weeks, but on a Monday from 7 to 8. And the things that we cover is goal setting and outlining, time management, content development, and how to publish your book, how to publish your chapters, and how to lay out your chapters. There's so many other things that's actually offered in that 30-day Right to Finish book writing program, but you will have me one-on-one every Monday where we're actually walking you through it. Then you will have homework. No, the homework is not a lot. It'll probably take you 20, 30 minutes to do it. But let me tell you, it makes a difference. So far, I've had 35 authors, 35 customers come out of there, but I've had 15 authors that actually wrote their book and finished it. But at least the authors had a chance, or the writers had a chance to go through the program and learn how to write their book, even if they're still hesitant about writing their book. But I'm praying that one day they will release it and realize that your story matters and your story makes a difference. So there it is right there. That's it. You're on mute.
I am right now. There it is right there. Yes, the 30-day Right to Finish book writing program. I love the fact, and that's the accountability piece, is that you're holding, we want to be held accountable. And there's some people who don't, and now in the season in my life I did, and I was like, oh man, they just so hard on me. But it was all for my good, as they say. Yes, it was. And so this is it. Yes. So the link is there. The link is there for you to be able to click onto it and yes, and get in that course. Get in the course for sure. And yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then next we have the magazine. And right, it was in 2024 that you did was it the first edition?
My first edition. So I launched it January 2024.
Okay.
Which my goal was to actually launch it that year, but I wanted it to be where I had my parents on there. But God saw it differently, and He had it where my good friend and best good friend, Tamala, released the magazine for my parents and had them on the front cover. It was divinely set up because I clearly heard God say, you can't wait. You're going to have to go ahead and release it and have them on Tamala's magazine. And she did right by my parents. My mom was so happy. It was their 42nd anniversary. So that following year, 2024, January, I released another another gift that God had given me, which was Empowered to Win Global Magazine, which has been featured over in Nigeria, Australia, Dubai, It's everywhere. God is just making a difference.
Wow.
We're excited, looking forward for authors to come on and share your book. Get your article in there. Talk about what you're doing. We'll never know what you're doing if you never talk about it, if
That's
you
right.
never invest in yourself. So Empowered to Win Global Christian Magazine is where you want to be to share your message. And I'm excited about the avenues and the doors that God is opening up for me as I am a vessel for him to do what he would have to do through my life.
Yeah, and you're doing an incredible work. And we salute you, all the work that you're doing this year. We can expect several interviews on. What I'm going to do is have my cup of coffee and I'm going to sit back and Allison talk. Oh, but listen, she is amazing, you all. I have put it in the chat. If you will, click onto that link, visit the website, anything that you possibly have a question about, put it in, go ahead and click onto the link, reach out to Allison, and I promise you, you will get your answers. And if she don't know the answer, she's going to seek the Lord to get the answer. Okay. But yes, very experienced, very knowledgeable in the literary world. And that's what Coffee Conversation is all about, is whenever we have individuals, my friend, that comes through and just share. And she says, amazing. I would love to learn more. Absolutely. Joyce, I put in the link. If you see there, it says AllisonGDaniels.com. But Allison, I'm going to go ahead and let you address Miss Joyce and let her know how she can reach out to you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Joyce. Thank you for tuning in. You can go to the website at www.agdpublishingservices.com, or you can DM me and that will be okay. And then I will send you the information, AllisonGDaniels.com. So either way, the message is going to get to me. It points right back to me. So I thank you so much for your question, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Absolutely. We welcome you. And also, Joyce, if you follow us on our YouTube channel, you'll click onto that and you will find each time we go live, either Facebook or YouTube, because Allison will be back. She will be coming back and bringing the authors with her. Yes. And so, yes, reach out to her, have that conversation. I did put it in the chat, so simply click onto it. As she said, she's even invited you to DM her and reach out to her and let her know that you, because listen, you'll remind her that you saw her on Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy. Yes, indeed. I welcome you. Yes, thank you so much for coming through. Well, Allison, I think we're about to wrap it up. We've talked about your author call. We've talked about the magazine. You're global. Your magazine is in all of the continent of Africa. And I'm telling you, I know they're going to give you a warm welcome. I'm excited. I saw that. I said, that's exciting. So listen, just let me know. We'll have a conversation. I need some visibility. So we'll see what we can do to get something in there for sure. Well, listen, it is always my custom to yield back and allow our guests to have final words and finals. She says, yes, that's right. Yes, indeed. And she says, blessings. So it is always my custom to yield back and allow our guests to have the final words. And so at this time, I present to you our author guest tonight, who's not only an author, but she's a publisher. And most of all, she is a woman of God. She's a coach. She's a global speaker, internationally known, has been on global stages, virtual stages all over the world. But yet, it's such a humble heart. And I'm glad to know her as my sister in the Lord. At this time, I present to you, yes, Allison G Daniels.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for those kind words. What I want to leave with the audience and what I want to say is that this is your time for you to unleash the power of your story. This is your time for you to not hold back, but for you to release what it is that God has placed down on the inside. There's a survivor story that we have all survived. There are things that we have come through that we can share with someone else, that we can make an impact in someone else's life, that we can show them how to heal. This is your season. This is your moment. Don't let that moment pass you by. Don't let that minute pass you by. Yes, this is 2025, and we still have so much that we have to do. And I'm excited about connecting with you. I'm excited about pouring into you. And I'm excited about what God is getting ready to do through your story when you give him your yes. When you say, yes, this is my season. Yes, this is what I'm called to do. All it takes is you connecting, divinely connecting with someone like me that have already paved the way, that have already made the difference, that's not selfish, but learn how to show someone else the way, because there's enough out there for each and every one of us to do. It just takes that one person to pour into you, to collaborate with you, and to connect with you for you to be able to write your story, share your story, and publish your story. And I am here to help. I am here to make a difference. I am here to make an impact. And the greatest thing that I want to do is to leave a legacy for the next generation. Leave a legacy to empower women. Listen, your story matters. And now God has placed it on my heart to invite men to write their stories, to invite leaders to write their stories. We all have something that we can say that will make a difference to someone that wants to take their life, or to someone that has just lost a loved one along the way. And we have something that we can share that will make them stop in their tracks and realize that God loves them, God cares about them, and you still have so much work to do. You are empowered and equipped with everything that you have down on the inside. You don't even have to turn to your left or to your right. Just do it. Just start doing what you believe you were called to do, and see what it is that God will have in place for you, for the people that will come along to help you. I am one of those. I'll be able to help you. I'll be able to assist you. And even if there's something that I can't help you with, I know enough of God's people that are lined up, that are in place, that will be able to take you to the next level, because you trust in him and because I trust in him. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to connecting. This is a call for authors. This is a call for you to step out of your comfort zone. This is a call for you to say, my yes is going to be my yes, and I'm not turning back. I'm going to write my story. I'm going to share my story, and I'm going to show someone the way. This is your season. This is your moment. You are empowered to win. Thank you.
You are empowered to win indeed. Yes, indeed. You have heard from our tonight's guest, the phenomenal, yes, Allison G Daniels, who is the CEO and publisher of AGD Publishing Services. So listen, I've put it, and you see it streaming across the bottom. Thank you so much, Joyce, for coming through. Thank you so much, Ladrine, Coach Ladrine, Sheila Farr, and anybody. Brenda, thank you always for being on that front row. Listen, 2025, we are here. We are super excited. Those of you that may not know, as you know, we are a part of CTR Media Network, and we do stream on Spotify. We also stream on iHeartRadio, but here is our new impact for 2025. You can now catch Coffee Conversation on CTR Media Network on your ROKU TV, as well as any of those other TVs. There is the ROKU, there is the FIRETV, there is the Apple TV, all of those streaming where you can just sit on the couch. And yes, you can now catch us on You can catch us on the CTR Media TV line. So listen, here is how you do that. You simply download CTR Media Network, and we are on the channel that is for authors and speaker TV. So you will find our episodes, our interviews, and our amazing guests such as tonight. You can go back and look at the replay. You can stop it. You can go back. You can jot some notes. But listen, here is what I tell you. Is that this is mostly for you. Why? Because you just might be looking for a good book to read. I am Sandy Sanders. It has been a delight and a joy to have my guests on with me tonight and to have you in our audience. We are on each and every week on Tuesdays at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, as well as some Thursdays. I think once every other week we're on Thursdays. So you can catch us every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook channel. I got a lot of things I be kicking in here to let you guys know about. And again, don't forget, we have a segment that's called What's in Your Cup? Okay, what's in your cup? We cannot pour from an empty cup, so we pour in it all the love and all the joy that the Lord gives us so that we can, yes, pour it out. All right, and so let's say goodnight, and we'll say goodnight, and we'll see you guys soon, okay? Thank you so much, Reverend Allison, for coming through. I appreciate you so much. Listen, y'all take care. All right, stay tuned. Stay with me.